today. From Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Chicago Bears.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers for Sanders last week: 6 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
For a Buffalo Bills,
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
the 39-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Allen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
He was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
A run here for J.D. McKissic. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Number 22.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11 after getting that turnover on the first. Drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Now a give, right side. Gregory. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
The running back.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh.
This is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Come on, Logan.
At the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 4-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell.
How you let him cut?
And he takes
Oh
it
my
in
God.
across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is
Oh my God.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Yes,
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a second down run with Sanders. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
Hey, can you hear me right now?
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to right, and this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So only at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Pressure, and he's taken down.
What
A Bears sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something.
Oh, come on, bro.
He finds McLaurin. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Sanders. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
Thank you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
What the fuck? Why are you throwing it inaccurate, bro?
Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 2nd and 1, Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down,
oh my God.
Sanders. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Allen.
Wow.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Allen's throw is complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
I'm saying y'all can't get through.
He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen.
Joey.
And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
A gain of 7.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He completes this one to Mack. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. The 20.
You get nothing.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Allen will try again on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And that takes us from second to third down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing is Allen on third. A screen to Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Sanders, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
Bears 21.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
The 33-yard line.
A carry now for McKissick, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of...
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Gregory. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down, Chicago.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, okay. I was about to fucking say.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Allen looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
Allen's pass.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. They're willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's 4th down. They'll
run it with Bell.
Yo!
And he's going to have move the first down yardage to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again. Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Good for a Buffalo.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Allen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And again, it's Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Devon Hamilton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On first down, it's Gregory. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And the Bears first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gregory works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Buffalo Bills call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Touchdown.
16 yards, a first down. Sanders has it over the middle.
Allen's pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. And you're going to get him. Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Allen. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Crosby with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trick. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. To try again after the sack. Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Fucking Joey Bosa. I mean, Nick Bosa.
Tyler Lockett, incomplete. Sets up a 3rd down.
That boy just got his X Factor, so I'm usering him.
Come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kari Willis. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. That one looks like he'll throw here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.